Hello guys, thanks for watching. Adrian here from Appsid. So in this video I will present the latest thing that we've added to Dynamic Django Starter. The product comes with some nice feature listed in the official documentation. The product comes with Dynamic API, Dynamic DataTable feature, Dynamic Charts, CSV loader, and all these features can be applied to any model defined in an application. In this presentation, I will focus on the CSV loader tool that is able to input a CSV file, no matter how big it is, and translate that CSV to a model. We will later migrate the database, and once the information is loaded through the tool by the tool into the database, we can activate the data table feature on top of that, and this should happen in a matter of minutes. Okay, let me access the official documentation of the CSV processor tool. So during my demonstration, I will just copy paste the help from the documentation page. So the product is already started in my environment. For the configuration and installation, please follow the index, the information listed on the index. Of course, you need to download the product. You need to create a virtual environment, install the dependency, and also migrate the database. In case you don't want to use the default SQLite, feel free to install the proper driver for MySQL or Postgre and edit the credential in the environment file. Once the project is up and running, you can go back to the CLI and follow up this tutorial that explain how to process CSV information using the tool. So for the demonstration, the product comes with two files saved in the media directory with fonts in Titanic. The Titanic.csv, it's I think it's the biggest one, has around 900 lines. So I will, for this demonstration, I will use this this file. Okay, let's go here and see if some changes are. I will drop the local changes here, just to make sure we are seeing the things that are happening in the code base. Okay, let's go back to the documentation. We have here, the first thing is to call the tool with the -i argument, which means the help is printed. There are a lot of options. -f specifies the input file. -c checks the input with no actions in the code base. -s simulates, which means generate the Django model code, but without applying into the code base. -l means we have the CSV, we have the model already generated and migrated into the database. And -l means that we want to load the information. -t specifies a limit. For instance, we have the Titanic.csv, which has a lot of lines, but we want to load only 100 lines, and you can specify this limit by using -t argument. -d means that before loading the information, the previous rows from the previous items saved in the model will be deleted. And the -m specifies a mapper, which is a flexible way to translate, configure the translation of the CSV to model, like renaming the columns, or specify a type or a transformer for that field. But this will be covered in another video. So right now I will just execute the commands presented in the help one by one. Okay, so this one stands for the help, as already explained. The next one is to generate the model. So basically, I will call the tool using the -f from file, and I will specify the Titanic.csv, the file that it's saved in the media. If you want to use your own CSV, first try to save it here, and after that you can replace the Titanic.csv with your CSV, and like this you will have the translation for another file. Right now I will call the tool with -c, which means I want to check the CSV for integrity. Sometimes the CSV files are getting broken, so some lines don't provide all tokens, all fields, or we have some data error or something. And like this argument calling the tool with -c will check the integrity of that file. If the status is okay, the CSV file it's okay, we can use it later to generate the model. Okay, let's generate the model. Okay, so the model, the field is the file is processed. All the fields are detected. We can see here that the type for each field that is loaded from the CSV file, and if we go to the file system, we can see that the new model is dumped in the models.py. We have here at the end a new model named Titanic, and all the fields that mapped one-to-one the CSV file. We can also open up the file here and see that we have passengers, survive, class, name, age, sex, and whatever, and the same thing we have here. So basically the definition mirrors one-to-one the CSV file. So right now we have the model. The next step is to migrate the database, and we will use for this the classic Django migration commands. Okay. All looks good. The model now it's migrated into the database, and we can access the database and see if try some to import the model. Of course, there is no information right now, and we need to add it using the same tool. So for this, we can use this -ld, which means I want to load the information. I want to delete the previous data. Is not the case because our model is already empty, and I want to process only the first 10 lines. Okay, I will apply this. I will remove the deletion because it's not the case, and for the information I will use a limit of 5. Information is loaded, and at the end I can see that the errors, I have 0 errors, 0 warnings, which means all the lines are available in the database. Let's go back and select the information. Sorry. Information is there. I think is uppercase, ID, and all looks good. What I have now, I have the information. What can I do with the data? As I said before, we can use the dynamic data table feature, which allows you to showcase and present the information using a powerful server-side data table for any model defined in an application. We have a separate configuration here, configuration page. You just need to add the application. This is already done. And for this, for the configuration of the new model, you just need to add a new line in the configuration, the dynamic data table section. But for now, let me start application. Let me use a different port because I have many running projects right now. And okay, all looks good. If we go here to the dynamic data table, we can see that we have only product and sales models mapped to the dynamic data table. And for this, I will go to the configuration here in core settings. If you go at the end, you will see the dynamic services configuration, and this one help us to map the dynamic data table view on top of the new model. We go back here and refresh the page, we can see that we have a new link, and if we click on it, has no attribute Titanic. How models Titanic? What? I think we have an issue here. Titanic. There is a okay, all looks good. It was a small typo in the name. So we have the information here. If we want to update it, we need to authenticate, of course. We go back to the dynamic data table, and like this we can edit the information. Passenger survived, updated. So here is the name updated. Like this, we can load a lot of information in the database without any issues. For now, we have only 5 rows. Let's add the rest of the file. We need to go back to the CLI and just remove the limit. And for this, I will just delete the previous rows just to test the feature. So once we hit the load command, the lines are processed one by one, and in the end we should have the entire Titanic CSV file mapped into the database. In the same way, we can if we go to the documentation, in the same way we can apply dynamic services on top of any model, which means we can have an API on top of this model. Data table we just showcased, we can extract the charts, dynamic charts from that CSV file, and also we can make a lot of things using the CLI. The documentation is here. We can manage the code base, we can change the code base, run migrations using the CLI, and the full documentation can be found on on these pages. Okay, let's get back to the loader. Half of the file it's already loaded. Once it's done, I will restart the application and go to the data table view, and like this, and we should have access to the entire information. We can navigate back and forth. We can edit, delete, and also make select information by applying filters and search. What's really powerful at this on this data table feature is that the server side pagination is made server side. So in case you have 1 million rows or you have large files, there is no problem to process it. We've had a lot of clients that ask us to help with the warehousing of their information, and we've built this tool to assist. Okay, let's go back to the application. dynamic data table. I will click on Titanic. Right now you can see here we have a lot of pages. Let's put 100 lines. Okay, and we can navigate to the application. How about exposing the application, exposing the same information to an API? If we click here on dynamic API, we can see here that the dynamic is not covered. We need to go back to the configuration and just copy this line. Once Django reloads the configuration, if we refresh the page, we have here the new service, and if we click, you can see here all the information is accessible. I think we can select the information by adding here the ID. Yes, and like this we have a fully fledged API, secured API on top of the model, data table, and also we can extract charts for reporting. So guys, thanks for watching. This is the tool. We will get back with more features. Don't forget to, in case you have the tool and you have issues, feel free to send us an email. Go here on AppSeed and send us an email in support. We are also providing help to Discord, where we have more than 2,000 members. Thanks again for watching. Let us know what you think about the tool, and we are open to add more features if needed. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a super day.